What is going on, you guys? Manic Moose 56 back at it again with another Arma 3 video. This one is way different slash not really. We're doing a little bit of a tutorial on how to set up the FOB here. We're teaching new guy Wive how to do that. Me and Fondue are doing our typical, and then we're just kind of bringing him along and bringing you guys along. So I hope you guys enjoy, and without further ado, let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Nothing quite sexier than a multi-heli flyover.
True. She on flyby though, like she on a blackfish.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna follow you.
Yes, sir. Fondue and I found a little hilltop that works pretty good when the AO is up here in the northwest. So we tend to just keep going back to the same place.
So, are there any like typical things you look for when picking like an FOB location?
Enough space to build what you want to build. And then typically you want a relatively flat area because you're going to have people that are going to fucking fly a helicopter out there and land there. Just, it's the nature of building a FOB.
Do you prefer to work in
Return
like a
here.
completely empty area or seriously return? Or
Uh,
do you prefer to like have a pre-built walls, for example?
So where we're going has a couple of sandbags. It's got a couple of the fob houses, and it's got one tower up. So it does work pretty nicely because we can immediately get started on having the SAM site set up and then build the fob around it for the most part. When we do go
Yeah.
out to the east side or to the south of Atlas, it does get a little bit more tricky just because the hilltops aren't quite as flat when we get out there, and so it does turn into more of a find where it fits.
Yeah, so on the east side, there's a couple of people that run like a gas station looking one, north of
Yeah.
the salt flat.
Okay. See, and typically we're running the SAM site also, so we try to get a hilltop so that we can get past the other hills. Um, but we have thought about the doing one on the salt flats. We just haven't actually gone and done one on the salt flats yet. Yeah,
So when you do
there's
FOBs, is it best to be the engineer role?
it doesn't really matter actually. Yeah.
So could you like hypothetically be a transport pilot and just fly your own stuff out?
You could 100%. The only problem there is that as a pilot you can't deploy items, which you need to do for them to stay out there. Um, but we have some nights where we can't get our hand, like nobody's doing heavy lifts or heavy lift isn't paying enough attention to side chat to get us lifted what we want out here, and I'll fly or I'll respawn and grab the Taru and fly our own stuff in and out.
And then with the FOB crates, they spawn after an hour, right?
Correct. Yeah, so if the FOB crate somehow gets destroyed, it may spawn back quickly. It's kind of been we've had mixed results on that, but after a restart, it takes an hour before that will spawn in.
There's friendly in that area.
Um,
Friendly.
and then,
Any of the other ones spawn
You
in,
got a,
or is it specifically the
yeah,
FOB
Dr.
ones?
Reagan, you
so
got them all
most
over
of the
you.
other
There's
ones
one
are
there.
already
There's
spawned
one
in.
there. There's one there. And there.
Hang on.
After restart.
I can't hear myself think over the command channel sometimes. You know what? I'm gonna pass it off to Phantom. He can listen to it. Little crash, my fault. Phantom, you have command now, so you can listen to all of them tell you what's going on.
So like,
I'm done.
do you need the FOB crate to be able to place everything else down, or could you place like other stuff without it?
No, yeah, sorry. So now that I've passed that off, I can answer that question. So you don't
Be
need.
advised, there's now barbed wire in the road if you
Oh,
go around like we've been doing. I don't know why,
Copy.
but there's
Okay.
Some of the laws of war like minefields, or
Maybe.
is it
Oh.
circular
Oh yeah,
or is it in a straight line?
Okay, so it's left over from a radio tower in the AO. Cause it is. It's the circular shit. So you're you're stuck in there, Holmes. See if Canadian can lift you with that damn thing. I don't know.
I might have some explosives on me, and don't know
Can
if
you
that can
take
blow
him
a hole
out?
in it.
I've tried to take him out before with like a
I'll have a look.
tank, and they don't do nothing. Um, but yeah, so you can
I
set
also
other
don't know how
things
I got
up.
in here if I can't get over it.
Probably it didn't spawn, and then you drove in, and then it spawned, and now you're stuck. So other things do spawn in before, like the radar crate, the defender, that all spawns in. You can come up and set whatever you want up before the FOB is here or wherever you're going. The platform crates are great because we use the platforms to set the defender and the radar up on so that they're higher up off of the ground. And then you can take a platform crate up and get those set up right away. But until the FOB crate's in, you can't get anything from the FOB crate, obviously.
Right.
Um, I mean, yeah, valid. It might work,
Let me just like Fortnite
actually.
battle pass. Give me
No, like, actually, though, yeah.
a sec.
Yeah. Alright.
Good shit.
Sometimes my genius is almost frightening.
I'm just gonna go on down to helipad since that's where this will be going anyways.
Copy. Figure that truck can go down there and at least get the basics down there right away, you know? Editor Moose here, real quick. The basics that I'm talking about are for the vehicle and helo repair, rearm, and refuel. So for those, usually we bring up or have heavy lifted up the Huron crates. Copy you. Alright, so you want to pull that truck up and into the wall area.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, should be. Might end up needing to move it, but if we do, we can figure that out after. So you'll hop out, you'll do the unload cargo on this. And what we tend to do is we put it over here just because of how we do our setup.
Mhm.
And so you'll just walk
So
it off over
if this
here.
thing
Go ahead.
can this be destroyed?
Yes, but we
Uh,
haven't actually seen it. We just came back up and it was fucked up one day. But we hadn't got everything built or deployed out yet. Okay, so
I didn't place that down. I placed
yeah,
it.
you
So
got too far away from the truck. It's all good.
okay.
So from the truck itself, there's a slight distance that you can go, and then from the crate, there's a distance you can go. But this crate gives you actually a pretty solid distance that you can go away from it before it screws with you. But yeah, we'll just load that back up, unload. If you want to, you can also bring the mobile respawn or have the mobile respawn crate lifted up. You can reload that from the medical helmet trucks or the Taru crates or whatever else. So we leave space for that to go behind it. If you
Right.
turn the medical respawn crate the correct direction, the people will spawn out over on this side of the crate, and then you're all set on that. So if you want to hold your Windows key and look at the crate, scroll down, you should see deploy. Just go ahead and deploy that right there.
Yep.
Alright, now you can scroll and hit unload cargo, and you can see all of the build options that are in there. And then for the most part,
Right.
it works exactly like building with an engineer, except you have all of those options. They're predetermined. You just get to choose where they go.
Okay.
So we're going to take this, we take the platform crates and set those, or the platforms. There's only 6 of them, but it works out perfectly for the defender and the radar. And we just use the tower that's already here to kind of start our defender setup. And so I'll do a 2x2
Right, okay.
square of platforms here, and then we'll put the defender on top of that. And when you're hooking these up, there's a little line around the platforms, or like the hitbox outline, if you will. If it turns yellow, it will link the walls together and fold them down automatically. But if it's green, they'll go up and the walls will stay on top of each other, or will like overlap each other. Unfortunately, it's nighttime now, and that makes it incredibly difficult to see those yellow things, so I'll get the platform set up real quick. And then Fondue, if you want to show him some other stuff, will I focus in on these real quick? With like the HQ buildings and
Gotcha.
maybe the NATO box. You can show him that too.
Okay. Yeah. So come back here and scroll on this and unload cargo. And you'll want to grab the NATO box.
Don't see a NATO box.
I believe it's called supply box, parenthesis, NATO, parenthesis.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I've got it.
Okay. And then we usually put it like somewhere in between these 2 columns right here. And use your scroll wheel because you'll want to scroll it up and get it out of the ground a little bit, but it doesn't have gravity, so if it's floating, it'll be floating, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Good shit.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that works.
And again, this is just how
And
we set it up, so
then,
obviously when you get, when you're setting it up, you can set it up however the fuck you want. This is just how we do it, and so it's easier to show you how we do it, you know?
Yeah.
now grab one of the first aid boxes.
Okay, I've got it.
And just have them set it up like we usually
All right. Come over here to like one of these poles is where we usually, unless there's a table out, which we don't have the table out right now, but just turn it around. It'll show you like the keys to like rotate and stuff, and just put it on this pole.
Right. Is there any kind of like height that you put it to normally? Like head height or chest height or?
I typically don't do it at the max height that you can. I typically do it a little bit lower, but not real low. So yeah, roughly head height, maybe a little lower.
I personally usually do about like first person view height, if you will.
So about there.
Yeah, that works.
Right on.
And I'm actually hurt, so I can use it.
And then these, if you come up this way real quick, I can show you these also. So these walls on the side, you can scroll down, or you can scroll up on, and they'll fold down.
Oh shit.
And so you can fold them out of your way a little bit. And so when you put the 2x2 up, 2 of the walls will most likely not fold down at the end. All the rest will automatically fold down, but you'll have to manually fold 2 of them down. And then this is how you would do that, is just walk up to them and fold them. So, but it is Fondue, why would you do that? Actually, I guess it
'Cause I
doesn't
think
really
that's why
need a
the radar's
platform, to be
been.
honest. Just fucking run it. I'm with it.
Well, okay. Well, that's not why I was doing that. It's just I think that's the reason it was blowing up is because we were taking it off second when it was the first one that needed to be taken off, you know, on the truck.
Oh,
So I
maybe.
think that might be the reason it was blowing up when I would take it off.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm tired of dealing with it not
Mm.
caring about things though, so just put it on the ground. It's fine.
But yeah, so yeah, that worked. But yeah, that's not why I was doing it though.
So with the here, Fondue, hold tight for a moment. So if you look at the side of the defender crate, you see these numbers that are on the side here.
Yeah.
So that will be you're good, Fondue. That will be the front of the trailer here of the defender. So you can kind of see the orientation in which it will pop out because it'll be the same trailer. It'll just be the defender instead of the radar. So when you put it up someplace, you want to make sure that it'll have space all around and that it's facing the right way. Because like, say that we put this up on a 1x2 platform, it won't have the space to go in like sideways. So we have to make sure that the trailer's facing the right way. Otherwise, everything will explode.
Okay.
But yeah, so we can come over here and then if you run up first, you can, if you pull the truck close enough and then run up, you can unload from upstairs. I'll get this one set up real quick and you can see the orientation of the box to kind of give you an idea of, a better idea maybe of what I was meaning. And you'll want to lift it up a little bit also to let it drop onto the ground, otherwise it may get stuck in the ground and explode. And then Fondue, if you want to step away, we can let him deploy that as well. And so you can see how
Yeah,
it
sorry,
pops
I was just
out from
holding
the
the lamp up.
orientation of the box.
So it's the numbers is the front, right?
Correct, yeah. So you'll just do that Windows key, scroll down, and deploy again to get that to pop out. There.
Alright, okay.
And so now the
Very
ammo
nice.
truck comes up so that that can get fed with ammo. And we park it just underneath the platforms here on the other side from where the crate is. And it'll feed, you can feed ammo into it from down here, which after it shoots off a couple times, we'll show you how that works. Have you messed with the Defender before?
I've only used it in the UAV terminal.
Okay, so yeah, we'll show you how that does when it fires off a couple and we need to reload it. But until then, it's mostly just kind of unloading cargo and figuring out where you want it, and it's whoops, and it's just kind of builder's prerogative, if you will. And then I can't remember. I think we have to Windows scroll on it. Yeah, Windows scroll, take UAV control, and then you can hop back out of UAV control, and you'll be able to then scroll at it
So
and see service, and it'll reload. Although it automatically reloaded that time for you. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't.
Question is, has there always been two arsenals in the FOB crate?
Negative.
There's a second one in there.
Neat. Yeah. Shots! Actually, no, that's the one thing that we don't have, but we do have an engineer. Whoops. That's the one thing we don't have, but we do have an
Gotcha.
engineer.
Oh, hello, Mr. President. You need a repair.
No,
He just needs
I just
fuel.
need to gas up because she's real fucking low.
Oh,
Let me help you
yeah, there's
gas
fuel
up.
down there.
No, there's. Oh wait, did you bring? He did bring the fuel. He did bring the fuel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's
he
my own
brought
fuel
fuel
down
and
there.
ammo.
Shit.
I forgot. Yeah. I forgot I had you bring the fuel on the back of that truck.
Yeah.
Alright, so with this one, you want That's my fault. It's my fault. I thought you were already in the gate. So with that crate, the numbers will be where they spawn at, or like they'll spawn about 10 meters off of where the numbers are.
Right.
So you'll want to pretty much just line it up against the back of the FOB crate with the numbers facing the FOB crate, and then when people spawn in from it, they'll spawn in kind of in our little seating area, excuse me.
So these numbers at the back, yeah, these ones.
Oh, you know what? That's my fault. I forgot this one doesn't have a number. So it'll be no, it'll be the side where the numbers would be on literally any other crate. So it'll be this side that you're wanting to face the FOB crate.
Right.
I forgot this one didn't have the numbers like the rest of them do.
I think this one says 10 on this side though, in Rust, in the bottom right.
Oh, it doesn't? Alright.
That's kind of numbers. I'll watch you place it.
Alright, so you'll just set it down something like that, and then we won't deploy this one unless the AO is nearby. When the AO makes more, like when it makes more sense to spawn here than main base, we'll deploy it. When it doesn't make sense, we won't deploy it. Like, well, actually, right now it does make sense. So you always want to be careful for the up top because there is a flag that goes up next to the defender. So if the defender is off center, it'll blow you up. There's a lot of ways to blow up your FOB. Well, that's how you build a FOB.
Yeah, thank you for showing me. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
not a worries, not a worries. It's always kind of nice to log in sometimes and see somebody else building a FOB up already, and then just be able to go check it out, see what they've done.
Mm.
Thank you guys for watching another video. If you enjoyed it or learned anything, please like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys would like to see next time. Bye.